Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another weekly episode of Everything Vaguely Paranormal. As always, I am Blake Smith, and with me is my partner in the paranormal, Miss Shelley Pruitt. That is right. Ryan had to go check in with his parole officer.
Yeah, allegedly.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? Child, if that pre-broadcast is anything like the show's going to go, oh, Patreon members, you're in for a treat tonight. Oh, Lord have mercy. The two chaotic energies on the screen, alone, without supervision. It's always fun.
It's a great time. Yeah.
But our green room right beforehand, right before we started the show, I'm ready.
Tonight it's going to be an interesting one. We are flipping the script on y'all and decided to give our listeners the stage tonight since we are missing our third person for the evening. We are recruiting Ryan's replacement.
Yes, we are. Live auditions here tonight. Vote for your favorite.
I hope you're watching, Ryan. No, I'm just kidding. We hope that your parole check-in is going well.
Well, no, remember he had to stay in jail for 4 days, and he doesn't get out until tonight at midnight. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll be back with us next week. So, anyways, so we had our listeners, and I know that the intro said that there were 5 stories chosen. However, we had quite a slew of interesting submissions, so we narrowed it down to actually 3. So,
and one of our people couldn't be on tonight due to a car issue and weren't going to be home. So that would have been 4. And our other one, congratulations. She had her first grandchild this afternoon. And so she isn't going to be on, but I do have her story to share if we have time. So
if we have time. Yeah, absolutely. So tonight we're going to have 3 of our listeners join us on screen to tell their paranormal adventures. They believe all of them have video footage to go along with it, which is super exciting because we love the videos. So we're going to kick it off. We're just going to get going with it because we've got these 3 people wonderfully waiting in the green room and they're anxious to get on screen with us. So I'm going to bring to the stage for first round. Y'all know him. He has been on here before. We have dubbed him Sexy Legs Sarlo.
Absolutely.
Yes, all the way from Shadow Hunters, Paranormal Investigations, and Events. Y'all welcome Mr. Nick Sarlo.
Sexy legs.
Oh, we got to put him in the middle because that's where Ryan.
That's right.
That's where Ryan.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. You're looking fine tonight, Nick Sarlo.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry I can't see your legs.
I can't put my legs up that high. That's not
You're gonna have to practice.
Whoa! I thought that was after the show, Shelley.
Get out of here. Tell your story, Nick. What happened to you?
Well, so we went to Indiana State Sanatorium in Rockville, Indiana. For those that have never been there, I highly recommend going. This huge, gigantic, huge place with tons of buildings and everything. And the only reason we saw it is because we watched the show Project Fear or Destination Fear when it was on TV. And they went to Indiana State Sanatorium. And I was like, I want to go. Like, I need to go. Like, this is a place that I have to go to. So the night before we went there, we actually went to Ashmore Estates in Illinois. And to our surprise, Ashmore and Indiana State is only 1 hour away from each other. We're like, if we're already out here, we might as well go.
I wish we'd have known that. I would have gone. We would have done that too.
Yeah, I don't think we knew that.
We didn't know that.
It's about an hour away. And traffic was great and all that. Like, you didn't even need to take the highway or anything to get there. Like, you just straight shot there. And so we went, and we're like, they're probably not going to let us in, but we'll see what happens. So I gave them a call, and they said, I was like, well, do you guys have any openings? How does this work? They're like, we allow you to come on the property, and it was only $50 per person for 7 hours.
Oh, damn.
To roam the property. And I'm thinking, like, does that mean we only get to roam, or do we get to go in the buildings? So they're like, no, you can go in the buildings. You can do whatever you want. It's just you can't spend the night. I was like, done. That's fine. And this was during the day that we went. And a lot of people are like, oh, you can't really catch ghosts during the day. I was like, bullshit. You can catch spirits or whatever at any point. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Yep.
You don't have to follow what you see on different TV shows and all that.
They
No.
do it at night on the TV shows because it seems creepier and scarier. But if a place is haunted, it doesn't matter what time of day you go; it's still haunted.
Oh, absolutely. And the capture that I had sent to Blake, when you guys see this, this was during the day when this happened. So, you know, where they have the underground tunnels, which are extremely creepy, and you can't see like 2 inches in front of your face. And when we were in those tunnels, we kept feeling like there was stuff all around and all that. Well, we're walking, and then we finally get to the psychiatric building, which is this huge, gigantic building. It's got 5 floors. So we decided to start all the way at the top. And we're at the top, and that's where they put the worst of men, like criminals and all that kind of stuff. And so we're up there, and not much is going on except we heard a door slam. That was it, just like a door out of nowhere, slam. So then we go on the 4th floor, which was the basic men's ward. We're down there, really nothing is going on. So I was like, you know, let's split up a little bit. So, and for all you viewers, don't ever go by yourself. It doesn't matter if it's during the day, what it is, just don't do it.
Always go by yourself. That's when the most crap happens.
Shelly's going to contradict you right here on the spot.
I am all about ask them how often I wander off by myself.
So, well, I mean, the thing is, so I ended up going by myself. Okay, so because I was like, you know what, this is during the day, I should be okay. So everybody's on the 4th floor walking. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on the 3rd floor, which was the women's ward, all women. So I'm walking down there by myself, and I open the door, and as soon as I opened, I was like, shit, I probably shouldn't be doing this by myself, but I'm just feeling like stuff all over the place. And I'm walking and walking, and then all of a sudden you hear like tapping. And I looked to my left, and I was like, oh, all of a sudden it started raining outside. And I mean, it's pouring. They had this huge window, and you could see out there. Well, I had my camera with me, and I happened to turn and look straight down the hallway. And from what I saw compared to what the camera saw, it was completely different. And I just happened to look. Oh, there's Sharon Moritz from Shadowhunters. Hello, Sharon. And I happened to look, and you see this figure go in front of the wall, stare at me, and then completely back and vanish. I didn't really know what to say at that point. I was like, did I really see something? Did I not see something? But then it was like something clicked, and I just freaked out. Like, what the hell was that? Oh my God, I actually saw a ghost. And I took off running the opposite direction. And people are like, wait a minute, you're a ghost hunter. Why are you running and all that? Here's the thing that people don't understand. It's not like you see on the TV shows now, okay? You know, within 60 minutes, oh, yep, we get something and all that. When you're on a ghost hunt, you may not get something for like 24 hours. And when you actually do get something, it causes an adrenaline rush. And so when all this happened, I wasn't expecting to see this. So when Blake shows the video, you'll see, you know, the video and all that. So I take off running, and I was like, oh my God, you guys got to see this. And I'm like running up the stairs and everything. Well, upon further review of the video, when I'm running up the stairs, I happen to pan, the camera happens to look right. Guess who is standing next to me again? That same figure before I ran upstairs. Now, the thing is, it's completely different, like when you see it on camera to what I saw. So what I saw in my mind's eye was a girl standing there with blonde hair, like Shelley's, in a hospital gown, but there was a huge blood stain right here.
Ooh.
And the reason, and I think I freaked out because it was almost like for a second she showed me what it was like being in that place, what she was constantly going through.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it was scary at the same time, but it was awe-inspiring at the same time as well. And these people that we know, I told them my story and everything. They went there 2 weeks after we got back, and they were doing an EVP session. And during that EVP session, they captured something saying, "Where's Nick?" So it was almost like it knew who I was. Now, I would love to go back and kind of confront whatever it was. But I mean, to get something like that on camera, like that's what obviously, what everybody's trying to do and all that. And not for views and all that kind of stuff. It's more for, research and,
well, and for your own sanity. Did I see what I thought I saw?
Right.
And if it's on camera, it's like, thank God I'm not crazy. Thank God I didn't imagine it, and sometimes it's just for your own sanity. You want to see if you've got it on the camera.
Well, I
absolutely.
can give you a little validation as well, because when we went to investigate, we had one of our investigators, Rhonda, her husband's name got called at our investigation. He'd never been there, and they asked what would Todd do in a very sarcastic tone.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that place is so freaking cool.
You guys definitely need to go to. Have you guys been to Indiana State or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, you guys know how it is. Like it's gigantic. You got the underground tunnels. You got the what is it? The old people's home. You got the nursing home is in there. You got the bungalows. You've got the mansion. You got all those places, and they're all connected underground. But yeah, I mean, that was probably the craziest thing I've ever captured. There.
Well, now, Nick, I'm going to tell you that whenever you initially sent us that video, that I actually had gone back and I was able to freeze what you saw, and her face is terrifying because you can see her face. It's like it's kind of this twisted, and she looks almost as if she's screaming. It's scary, and you said in the moment you did not see her, so
no, because it was like something clicked in my mind immediately, because I'm looking at this thing and I was like, I'm not sure what just happened. And then all of a sudden it's like my heart started pounding and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, I think I just know what I saw. Like this, and they heard me upstairs. So like, what the hell's going on with Nick? Now, here's the thing too, is I thought maybe it could have been a squatter because in Indiana State, there's no fence. Like anybody can get in there. But this was not a squatter, especially from, how you see it on video. And like I said, when I'm running up the stairs and all of a sudden you see it again to the right of me, there's no way I would have seen it go past me. Like if it was a squatter, like chasing me or something.
Let me play this so that everybody can see what we're talking about. I'm going to share this screen real quick because
y'all pay attention. This is awesome.
Yeah, let me make sure that this is okay. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Oh my. And if you guys can watch, you'll see this thing.
Hello?
Right there. Oh my.
Hello?
Oh, man.
Oh my God. Now, Blake, get ready to pause it right now. Right there.
There she was.
Let me back it up a little bit. Hold on.
Now.
Yeah, you can see her a little bit. It's kind of hard to get it right on the dot.
It's hard to get it right on that perceive, especially with YouTube.
There she is.
There. And if you look to your right, there she is. She's standing right there.
Can we run it all the way through one time just so they can see how fast it happens?
Yep.
Or back it up to where he goes down the hall? Yeah, from right there.
Hello?
Oh my.
Hello?
Oh my.
Hello?
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Watch close.
Boom.
Yeah, man, that's crazy that she's right there, dude.
I know. And I didn't even notice. I did not notice, I think, because I had so much adrenaline going on. I just wanted to get the hell from, get out of that third floor.
And if they want to go watch that video for themselves frame by frame, where can they find that, Nick? Because that is I went and did it, and I slowed it down frame by frame, and you can see her face.
Yeah. If you go to our YouTube page and type in Paranormal on the Tracks, just look at our videos and you'll see that I think it was actual ghost caught at sanitarium. I think I named it. Actual ghost caught at old sanatorium. But do
that after the show, y'all. After the show, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, and the crazy part is, I'm so glad that you slow it down. That's one thing. And I will say, just my advice as a viewer, not to you, Nick, but to those that are maybe listening that run paranormal channels and stuff, slow your stuff down. Like, I appreciate people that do, because I want to see it. And the fact that you slow it down, you're like, hello, and you point the arrow, which we, there's some laughable things out there like, oh, all the red circles and stuff like that. Yeah. Right. But yours is like, it's pointing directly at showing you where to look. And you can literally see that thing slightly move as it's leaning around to look at you, which that's, to me, yes, she's right there in your face when you go through the door. But to me, the fact that it's like peeking around, that always creeps me out. A peeker, they creep me out because you just see them ever so slightly.
Yeah. And me, I go down there, I go, okay, you won't come to me, I'm coming to you. I go running towards them and I go, there's nobody down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I think honestly, like, if I were to see something like that again, it would be a little bit different. Because I kind of know what to expect,
Yeah. Well, Nick, thank you for submitting that. Where can they go and find some of your videos if they wanted to see some more of it?
So you can, like I said, you can go to our YouTube page, Paranormal on the Tracks. You can go to our new Facebook page, Shadow Hunters Paranormal Investigation and Events 2025. We kind of rebranded everything, so we kind of started new. It was just something that we felt that we needed to do. Or you can go to our TikTok page, which is randomly blowing up. And it's the same thing, Paranormal on the Tracks.
Are your legs on your TikTok page?
Not yet, but I might send a.
I think you need to put them on there. Your viewership would go through the roof.
You never know.
Well, Nick, we appreciate you as always jumping on with us and telling us your story. Thank you for submitting that and for letting us show it. So we appreciate you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
letting me harass you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we will see you when we see you, sexy legs.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, Nick. He's so patient to put up with my ass. I give him all kinds of help.
He's never going to come on with us again. No, just kidding.
Yes, he will.
We love Nick. Every time that we're like, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that, he is willing to jump in.
He's always willing to help us out. Yeah. We appreciate that.
And he captures some really good stuff. And he's always got fun stories to share. So we're very thankful that he submitted his story. And thanks for watching us, Nick, as well, and coming on as many times as you had. I think you're one of our top repeat special guests, I think, actually.
I believe he is.
So, yeah.
But he was the first one to send his story to us and was like, I got one for you, and just sent it. And we're like, dude, we know this story. We like this story. We're absolutely putting it on. And whenever you guys go to his page and find that, definitely slow that down and watch, because you can see her full figure. And it's terrifying. It rattled all of our brains, and we all kept looking for it going, oh my God. And I finally was like, I've got it right on her. And I snapped it and I sent it. I'm like, this is what it is. But yeah, sexy like Sarlo, thank you so much. He wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't harassing him. So
that's true.
I know.
Well, our next one is another one of our viewers and listeners sent us their story almost like, I think it was like right behind
same day, right behind Sarlo's.
Like Sarlo, I think, sent his while we were getting off the air. I think this next person sent theirs like maybe very shortly after. It was very quick. So, and hers also comes with video, which we love video. We love videos and photos. That's our favorite. Because it makes it more compelling. It makes it, adds some credibility to it. But I did get to watch this one. So I'm not gonna lie, I've seen this one because I was the one looking through the submissions at the first go round before we decided to sit down and go through them all together. And I watched this video, and it's got a mixture of kind of funny as well as a good capture. So
And isn't there a watch your eardrums warning in this one as well?
yes, there is.
Okay.
yeah. So I'm going to introduce our next person that's going to jump on screen with us. She is a paranormal investigator. Now, she was with Future Paranormal Investigations whenever she captured this, which really cool group, by the way. I want to give them a quick shout out in just a quick moment before we bring her on. They are a group that take younger, I guess, future generation of paranormal investigators out to investigate and teach them how to basically, they teach them the ropes of how to investigate and all that kind of stuff. So they go to all kinds of cool places. So she was with them whenever she captured this. But like I said, she's a paranormal investigator. We are going to bring to the screen Melissa Woodruff. How are you doing, Melissa?
Hi, Melissa. We've got to hang out with Melissa too. You know nothing. You were never there.
No, I know nothing at all.
You know nothing, and you were never there.
No,
How are you?
Talking about.
Exactly. That's why you're my girl.
How are you guys?
Wonderful. Tell us about what is this that you captured, and what was the circumstances and lead up to you being in that situation?
So the Bolton house was a brand new house. We were the very first team to investigate there. It was actually my very first professional investigation too.
Ooh.
So we were sitting upstairs and I kept seeing a shadow to the right in the room over there. So I was looking over there and, Jim's like, well, what is it? And I said, there's a shadow in there. And I sat back and yeah, that's when you could actually hear the doorknob turn and hear it click open just a little bit. And then I did some very unprofessional stuff and jumped up running screaming.
Well, obviously it's okay. Sarlo did it too. Don't worry about it.
That's true. Well,
Hey,
he didn't
real quick.
scream like us.
Well, he screamed though. Where is the Bolton house for anybody who doesn't know?
It's in Jacksonville, Texas.
And I have investigated that one as well. Where were you at in that building?
In the servants' quarters.
Oh yes, that
So
one
the-
got that got a lot of play for us too. Okay.
Yes. So the bathroom door was to the left, and then the shadow we kept seeing was in the traveler's room, seance room area.
And
We're
this
just
is
trying to be quiet.
And if I remember, this one hasn't been open to investigations, public investigations, for quite some time. You said you were the first ones in. When did
Yes.
y'all, how long have they been doing investigating? When did y'all go?
We went, I believe it was Memorial Weekend. It was at the very end of May when we went.
Of this last year?
Of this last year, yes.
It's a fair.
And that's when they opened.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Shelly, you've been.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ryan.
I
have
went
not
in
gotten to
July.
go.
I went in
Yeah.
July.
Yeah, me and Ryan.
It's a crazy house. I mean, it's almost every time we've gone, something has happened.
So that's the first place that I ever tried any automatic writing. And of course I just put white noise on in my ears, and we had someone doing the Estes method at the same time. I started getting names. That's just what was coming into my head. And what's funny is that I couldn't hear them. We were noise, and I'm just writing whatever pops into my head with white noise going. I got two of the same names that was said through the Estes method. Then that we were apart, we weren't listening to the same things, and I wrote two of the same names that came through to that person doing the Estes method on Spirit Box, which was interesting because one of them was a first and a last name.
Oh, wow.
So,
we got
yeah.
a first and last name during an Estes method too.
Oh, love
And
it.
we also got told silly kids scared you. So I'm assuming that, that's who scared us. But yeah, we got a first and last name, which was crazy. And she did almost 3 hours of Estes, and she was. But every time we try to get her out of it, it was she's like, no, I need to get back in. So there were breaks,
Okay, good.
Probably 15, 20 minutes or so, but she was just given such good answers. And this, as soon as we'd ask, she'd come back with an answer. I've never seen anything like that, even on TV.
Now, do you do Estes methods as well? Do you personally do the Estes method?
I do, but I've never really had much luck. The only thing I got, and here we go with cussing, is fuck you.
Oh, I get that all the time. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's nothing. That's everything for me and Shelly every time.
It's nuts. And then they're like, well, what radio station would she have got that from? And right after that, it said Kicks 105. So
that was probably a lucky happy accident. But yeah, they can't say that. That's against FCC regulations. So yeah, if you're hearing that or that's coming through clear, that's not a radio station.
Exactly.
That'll lose their license.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But yeah, that's a every Estes occurrence for me and Shelly, though. But then again, we're also, I mean, you know what? Sometimes we get a little heated because we want some answer. We go to some heated places. We don't provoke, but we're trying to get answers to have proof for the paranormal, and get it on camera and stuff. So we may ask a couple of questions that push a little hard, and then we just get fuck you. And we're like, all right, whatever.
I usually get it where I say, y'all are not talking to me. You're boring me to death. I'm going to go somewhere else. And I usually get an FU. And I'm like, oh, now you want to talk. Okay, well, let's have a chat then.
So
I'm like, don't be ugly.
Before we show this, though, I have to ask because I find it, I love when people are the very first team to ever get to go into a location. So when y'all got there and you walked in, what was the feeling like? You're the first one. What was the feeling like? Did it feel like it was receptive and wanting to talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. As soon as you walked in, I mean, you could just feel from everywhere in there. Just, you felt watched. In fact, now every time I hear that song, Somebody's Watching You, it makes me think of the Bolton house. Because I mean, you walk in and you're just like, oh my goodness, there's a bunch. And then there was a hurricane over there. Because I've been there several times, but another time there was a hurricane and we're like, there's different ones in here this time. But as soon as you walk into that house, you can feel just, it's full.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and again, being the first one in, you walked in with no preconceived notions. No one had told you anything to expect. You do have some abilities. You're sensitive. You pick up on energies. So what was the very first thing you felt whenever you went in? The very first thing you felt?
I felt welcomed the very first time. Good. Now, there have been a couple other times where I've not felt so welcomed up at the seance room. That first and last name was one of those that we feel is possibly up there. We were told he was trapped in the Black Mirror.
I slept in the seance room. That room that had the little seance room off at the side of it. That's where I slept.
Nope. No, not me. No.
I like how Melissa's like, ooh, nope.
That's the one that nobody else wanted to sleep in. I go, I got it.
Yeah.
I'll be in there. I don't care. Is that the most haunted room? Give it to me. Come on, come all. And I didn't get checked, nothing. They were like, oh God, she came in here.
So what is the, if to your best of your recollection, what is the, I guess I've never heard the story of the Bolton house. Why, I guess basically what I'm asking is, why is it haunted? What is the story of that building? Or do they know? No,
I don't think she really knows. She thinks that Canada Bolton owned it. But like, we heard the name John Bolton through the Estes method. So there's nobody really knows. She's still trying to research. From what I understand, she saw that it was for sale and she's always wanted a haunted house, and she's a medium also. So she could tell, that it was haunted. But they tend to like to scare me and my daughter Kaylee. We walked up and a cat ball fell off the table, and we tried to recreate it just like we did try to recreate the bathroom door opening, and you can't recreate it.
Okay, I want to play this clip now so we can see what you're talking about. Which, by the way, Chad,
earphone alert.
Chad put in the comments. Too bad it's not Michael Bolton that owned that.
I know, wouldn't that be nice? Too bad.
Yeah. So
a lot of soft jazz music playing in the background. It's fine.
Yeah. Earphone warning on this piece that we are going to play. So
sorry in advance.
It's okay. This is what you sent us.
That's hilarious.
I love those moments. Whenever
that looked like Ryan jumping out
that's what I was saying. We have that exact type of experience as well, but at Old Park, with Ryan jumping out of the chair whenever the door slams shut though behind him.
He looked just like that.
He did exactly the same thing y'all did. So don't feel bad
Okay, good.
that you did it, because there are sometimes even us more seasoned investigators have been known to
Still
bolt
do it.
across the room. Yeah, absolutely.
So was that you that came out of the chair?
To the left, yes.
Okay. So it
Yeah, that
opened
was-
right by you.
Yes. Yeah, it was
I love
maybe the actual doorknob was maybe about 3 feet away, but the door was, I don't know, 6 inches away from me. And we just
Wow.
weren't expecting it because we were looking at the other direction.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden to have that happen right next to me. Jim said it's funny to like pause it and watch each of us the way we jump up. Because he says I do like the whole, Karate Kid thing
Yeah.
as I'm coming up.
So we have actually a couple of people that want me to play it again in the comments. So I'm going to play it again. So
Okay.
obviously the red circle that you're going to see, guys, whenever it comes on the screen is where the door you're looking at. But you can hear it click. You can hear it click. So pay attention for that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time. Come on, we can do it. Oh God, too good, too damn good. Yours is a mixture of really cool capture with very hilarious moments.
Yes.
And very authentic moments. Very
Yes.
authentic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can tell we were like really in the moment.
Love that though. That's hilarious. That is
Such a great-
hilarious.
So
I think that's great.
How many times have you been back there?
Oh geez, that was the first time. I've probably been there a total of 11 times.
Oh wow.
Oh, so
already.
you're a pro there. I've only been one time. So and I was interested in everything we got. I have a question about that. Did you get anything downstairs in the dining room in that little alcove? There's all the dolls that are set up.
Not in the alcove.
Okay.
When we were in the dining room, there was one time that we did hear like 3 sharp knocks from the like near the bathroom door, because you know how there's that little room that's kind of a storage
Right.
area, and we heard like 3 knocks coming right from it, but we've not really gotten anything from the dining room. We have from the kitchen, but not the dining room.
So there actually is a bathroom in that kitchen as well. And it's just right there. Whenever I was there, we were sitting at the dining room table and you can look right at the bathroom door. And we thought we heard that knob on that bathroom door. Maybe those ghosts just really got to potty. I mean, because it seems like we got our most activity around the bathroom doors, which is very strange. Maybe it's because of the water. I don't know. But
Hey, hold on.
what?
Not in the same location, but Ryan's issue was with a bathroom door.
It
Oh,
was
wow.
with a bathroom door. That's right. It was an
Wait.
adjoining bathroom door.
What you and I caught at Squirrel Cage was with a bathroom door.
Bathroom door.
Something about
Wait a
bathrooms.
minute.
I'm
We
gonna
might
have to
have
go
to-
investigate more bathrooms.
I know.
We might have to look into some things here.
Spooky dookies are real. Who knew?
It's not the spooky.
Could
I
be
thought
drownings.
I don't know that. Now that's interesting because again at Bolton House where I went, we did get some kind of knock on that upstairs bathroom door, the same one you had open, and then we also had one. It sounded like the doorknob turned on the downstairs bathroom because we jumped up. We thought somebody was trying to get in the back door, but it wasn't. It was too close. It sounded too close to us, and the closest door was that bathroom door.
Yep.
So very interesting.
That
So
is
Very
cool.
interesting.
So very cool. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for sending that in and letting us laugh at your
Thank you,
expense
guys.
a little bit. That was
Hey, that's all right.
really,
We let
really
them
cool
laugh at us all the time. You're fine.
Hold on. Somebody actually just put in the comments. I know that the house, talk about the Bolton House, is within a 5-mile radius of 12 cemeteries and 2 old sanitariums.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
So they're wondering if some spirits there are travelers. Huh.
I would
Okay,
think
question,
so.
Melissa. You've been there 11 times. I know that I got a whole bunch of different names in different areas of the house. Have you gotten repeat names in any of your 11 visits?
Really just the John. We have had some that we'd get some of our team members' names, Matthew, Jim, Creep. But really there was a Hope, August, Matthew, and then the John Bolton, but not like repeat, just in that one session.
See, and one of the names I got was Eunice Donovan.
Oh,
I got a first and last name, and it was Eunice Donovan. And I thought, Eunice?
that's an
Okay,
interesting
that's not
name.
one I'm going to get as a bleed on the radio.
No.
And it was Eunice Donovan, and she said her name
Oh.
very clearly. So I was wondering if you had ever gotten, and I hate always saying the names I get, publicly, because I'd rather somebody go, and I don't want them asking for them, because what if it was just something that was passing through? But that's a
Right.
good verification. If I ever heard that name again, I would know where that came from.
Well,
But
we
No.
did get a Victoria. Well, not we didn't. Dark Side Paranormal got a Victoria.
mhm.
But what was weird about that is our friend Victoria was the one that was doing the Estes method, and they were wanting her help. The spirits were. So that was kind of a justification to us, since it said Victoria, and that was only, I think, 2 weeks after we had been there that time.
Oh, that's awesome. Well,
Well, we
don't
just
forget
had
your
s-
friends. We know right where it is. Go ahead, Blake.
Well, we just had somebody else say that their name was called there at least 5 times.
Oh, wow.
So I guess they like to call some names at that location. I would be interested to know what the full story of the location is.
Me too.
So, no. Well, Melissa, thank you again for sharing
Thank
that
you,
with
guys.
us and letting us laugh alongside with you. Is there anywhere that they can go to see any more stuff that you do? I mean, is there anything that you got that you'd like to? This is your
Your time to
shameless
promote.
plug time.
Well, of course, Future Paranormal Investigators is on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I have started a paranormal investigation group here in West Texas. It's WTF Paranormal. Yeah, I know.
Love it.
We thought about that on the way home from the Bolton house one time.
And
but
that
we're
stands for
on
West Texas
West Texas
females.
females, because we live
Hell
in West
yeah.
Texas.
Love that.
There's also a TikTok, but I haven't really put a whole lot on that one yet, because I haven't done any investigations with WTF yet, mainly just FPI.
I'm gonna tell you, do the same thing I told Sarlo. Put your legs on there. There you go, girl.
That's about it. Hi, there we go.
Look at her.
Love it.
Sarlo needs to work. She can get her leg up
Yeah,
there.
she sure can. Absolutely. Well, Melissa, thank you for joining us
Thank you,
tonight. We
guys.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming on and spending some time with us, and we will catch you later. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
I gotta tell you, I did like it when I went to the Bolton house. That was a lot of fun, and it was very interesting. And I went with a very small group, so I got to see a lot of cool stuff and got to pretty much have the free roam in the place. So
I
That's
love
neat.
videos. I love videos like that. Absolutely. We'll see. What's funny is that you got Sarlo's video that we just saw where he bolts and runs. Now you got Melissa's video where she bolts and runs. We just told Ryan's story where he bolted. I mean, it's a
It
normal
happens
thing
more
that
than you
happens,
think.
y'all. It happens a lot more than you think.
I mean,
We-
I don't bolt and run, but Ryan definitely does.
No, that's true. You don't bolt.
I don't bolt and run.
Ryan does, though.
Ryan does.
Ryan didn't show up for work tonight, so we're gonna put his ass on blast.
That's right.
So,
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Shall we get to our illustrious third guest, or shall we tell a story and make him sit in the green room for another 5 minutes?
let's tell a story. Make him sit in the green room. I want to hear what your friend, the one that had the baby, which we
Yes.
understand that is a good reason for not being able to join us tonight.
Yes.
So let's put her story in here. So tell us what happened at her house.
So I have been going to this person's house for quite a while. She's lived in this house for 6 years. She bought it new, and they had it moved onto her property. Well, unbeknownst to her, there is a Native American. I don't know if it's a chief or if it's an Indian, or an Indian. I'm sorry. That's a very, very bad term. Sorry. Native American person buried on the property. Blake, I think Blake left me, but that's okay.
No,
And
sorry.
that's okay. And so ever since we found this out later, but whenever she moved in, she just said strange things were happening. She had a picture that fell off, a very heavy metal picture fell off the wall. She checked the screw. The screw was not It wasn't, hadn't slipped down. It was still straight in. It was screwed into the wall. She had no idea how it came off. Rehung it. It fell 3 more times. All times when stressful things were going on in her house. She and I were sitting there playing cards one night, and literally we saw a ball roll from the middle of the living room into the laundry room. We saw the laundry room door open. This was a different occasion. One of the last times I was there, I was at her house, and I hear her scream, "God damn it, Shelly, you brought your fucking ghost here again." Because she had gone in to go to the bathroom, and her water in her shower turned on by itself. And she comes running in and starts screaming at me. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, what's going on? She's going, the effing water came on. The effing water came on. Your GD ghost. Da, 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 da. So I get up and the water is on. And me being an asshole, just joke and go, would you turn that shit off and quit wasting water? And the water turned off. And she started flipping shit. Just, oh my God, oh my God. And so I was like, what are you mad about? They turned it off. So I got a message from her very shortly after the last time that I departed her house. And she was basically telling me I left one of my GD ghosts there. And what had happened was she has a stick vac. You've seen these. You Black and Decker, you put them on the wall. They charge. You have to literally slide the button up to turn them on. You vacuum. You put them back on the wall to charge up. She calls me. She says, I'm sending you a video. She says, I want you to watch it right now. So this is what I got. I love how I did that little extra pause there, and it was like, not done yet. You literally have to slide this up. She did actually take it off the wall and check it, and she had sent it to me subsequently. It was a much longer video. She takes it off. She says, "It's in off. Look at it, Shelly. It's in off." And I was like, maybe the ghost trying to tell you to clean your house, because I'm a jerk. But anyway,
Well,
so yeah.
As Chad just said, tell the damn ghost to take it off the wall and get their ass busy.
That's right.
What I'm
Clean it
saying.
up.
I agree. Like, if you can flick some lights on and off and move doors and shit, you can move them up. I'm just saying. Like, you can help out. You don't have to be the lazy roommate.
And in this same house, Blake, I have been on the phone with you and actually been FaceTiming with you, and you've seen the light in the room that I stay in turn on by itself.
Yep. You have been telling us stories about this house for 4 years now. And
I think actually while we were FaceTiming, didn't the door to the room I stay in open as well?
Yep. The door
and the light turned on. Yep. So yeah, I'm like, well, that's okay. I'm like, quit putting me in that room. Maybe they like it. Maybe they're snuggling up with me. Maybe that's why I like that room so much. No, so anyway, she was going to come on and tell us that story, but she has a new baby, so congratulations to her new grandbaby. So
yes. Legit reason for not coming on. That's okay.
Yes, but I told her I was going to tell her story anyway. So now, should we get to, I guess, our main event, the headliner of the night?
The headliner. Don't tell him. Don't say that. Just blow his head up even bigger than it already is.
It's fine.
God.
It's fine.
Jeez. God. Yes, we shall. So we have one more guest that we're going to bring on with us. He's been on a few times before with us. He's always got some of the best captures that I've ever seen, because he's got all the best gadgets that I've ever seen, because he's a ghost geek. And that's why we love him. And also, he's funny as hell, too. So let's
one of our favorite people to investigate with.
One of our favorite people to investigate it with, our dear friend. We love him with Ghost Geeks, Mr. Chad Wandell.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
I'm not worthy. What's up, Chad?
No, I'm not worthy. You kidding me? Oh, what a sandwich. I like it.
Sandwich. There you go. How are you, you good-looking thing? You having a good night tonight?
I'm having a good night because of a good beverage.
Oh, what are you drinking?
I love syrup.
Tastes like happiness, does it?
It really does. It really does.
Here's the problem, guys. We've given him time to get drunk before we bring him on. So.
Yeah.
I already had 3 refills. Yeah. They add more to it. Yeah, it's so good. Brown juice is good.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
it is.
Wait, what'd your shirt say? One bad what?
One bad EMFer.
Love it. And where could they get that shirt if they wanted one of those?
It's going to be on our website soon. I don't think I have this one up yet, but it'll be on theghostgeeks.com.
One bad
Chad
EMFer.
Waddell's been
love
having
that.
fun in the green room.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome. I dig it. I dig it. It's like
Yeah.
I get to try to distract you with comments and like weird video.
Yeah, we got to have to talk about these comments that you like to distract me with every single week. Yeah.
I love them. You keep
Yeah.
them coming. I love to go back and read them.
All right. So
No.
what interesting story have you brought us tonight?
Well, I had sent you a bunch of clips because, I mean, we go to some crazy ass places that you never know what's going to get thrown at you. And that's kind of the key thing of paranormal is you never know what's coming. And like, listen to these stories, you know, like when people say, well, don't run. Well, sometimes you get so focused on like waiting for the REM pod to go off or something. You're staring at the spirit box. And then all of a sudden the door slams next to you. Your brain was so tunnel vision that it's like, ah, like, you know, like it's so hardcore focused on one thing that it startles itself. So I totally get it. I mean, I've got video of me jumping back 30, 40 feet because I've had some run-ins with animals. And so every now and then when I hear a growl or I go like, I'm not about to get this beautiful, you know, face scratched up again.
And
that takes a lot of work.
Right.
Unless it's a woman, I don't need fingernails on my face.
But you digress. Chad's been having a good night, Blake. Chad's been having a good night.
Oh, goodness. So, you know, what we're going to look at tonight, I think we're going to look at the Broken Bow one because sadly this place is gone.
I love this one.
Okay, this is that black and white one you sent, right?
It starts off in black and white, the night vision. There's some body cam footage on it, Leslie. Okay. And so to kind of set this up, we were here. It was actually for my birthday, like a month before they tore the place down. So we were literally the last people in this building. And I've always had a really crazy connection with this building. One, because it's on Choctaw land. So it's on Indian land. And two, I'm a Choctaw Indian. So I've always had this massive drawing to it. Like I remember the very first time I went to this place, I just stood there. And before I even went in, I just stared at this place like it's calling to me. And there's only been one other place that really has just beckoned me. And so when I heard that they were going to tear this place down and whatnot, I actually tried to buy it to save it. I tried so hard, but the guy was just not having it. Now it's tore down. I'm like, well, now it ain't worth nothing.
I have investigated it before it was torn down. I investigated it 3 separate times, and it was a crazy active location. I'm very sorry that it isn't available anymore.
Yeah, and it sucks because this particular span of time, I had it 3 days in a row. The first night I was there with me and Brylan. He came up to spend some time with me, and so we investigated it all night long together.
And that's your nephew?
That's my nephew. He's part of the Ghost Geeks. He's actually studying psychology at Oklahoma State University. He's getting his minor in parapsychology. So we're a family of nerds and geeks. So it depends on your degree level if you make it to geek or if you're still just kind of down here at nerd level. And so the second night, I was actually by myself. So I had the whole place to myself all night long. And then the third night, Leslie, bless her heart, drove up and came to spend the last night with me. And it was supposed to just be us two, but there's this other company that does events in America, and they like to put people in haunted rooms. And so somehow they managed to book out my night while I was there. They didn't have it, but they had people show up. And me being the nice guy, I can't send people away, especially when you drive that far. So we invited a couple people that showed up to go ahead and investigate with us. So you'll see them in this video as well. But it was really crazy because we were down at the end where it's kind of been boarded up because that one side of the building is really rough. Like the roof is kind of gone and missing.
The roof's caved in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what's crazy is if you go to our YouTube site and watch the day before when I'm setting up cameras, crazy shit all day long. Like
you showed us, you showed us some of that stuff last time.
And I totally forgot. I should have just sent that video.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit. Yeah,
like it sounds like somebody's running on the roof, and I'm like, that's a stupid idea. There's holes in the roof.
But there's no roof to run on.
Yeah, there's no roof to run on. So I'm like, if there's somebody up there, I'm getting ready to catch them. So we're kind of in that hallway where, because the building's a U, and so we're kind of right at the end of it. And you'll see Leslie on one of our static cameras get spooked a little bit. And so what's crazy is right as this clip starts, it'll be in red. And when you see that red, you'll actually see something walk across the hallway. And when you see that, it'll switch to the overhead camera because that's what gets Leslie's attention to kind of like, so she's facing, looking down the long hallway. And then she kind of faces back and does a double take, like, did I really just see what I thought I saw? And then as she's watching down the hallway, something actually sticks its head out of the end of the hallway and blocks a red light that we have down at the other end. Because, you know, if you just have IR down the light down at the end of the hallway, you can't see squat. So we always try to, like on those big long hallways, we try to put like a light at the end just so it gives us something for light play to kind of to see off of. It gives us some kind of visual reference. There's not a lot of detail in what happens down there, but it is black. I mean, black. And it startles her pretty good.
So this is the one that starts off with y'all's body footage, right? I just want to make sure I'm gonna play the right one. Okay.
Yep, it's the one that says Leslie Short.
Okay, all right. I think this is it. So here we go.
You set the handle dolls, Chad?
No, I am not going anywhere in these little bags.
Is that it?
That's the Conjuring house.
Okay, sorry. So it's this one then.
That's the EVP that I hate.
Oh, okay. I knew I was gonna play the wrong one, but here we go.
Yeah, there's an open window. You have to go outside and go through the window. But that side is completely.
Chad?
Yeah.
Something just passed in front of that red light at the end of that hall.
Yeah.
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 No, like all the way at the other end where we just came from.
Yeah.
It blacked out. Is there a camera facing that direction?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it one more time, real quick, because it's
a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of far off in the distance, but you do see that black thing. Watch.
Oh yeah, watch the light at the end of the hallway.
Just watch the white light at the end of the hallway. That's about middle of the screen.
Yeah, there's an open window. You have to go outside and go through the window. But that side is completely.
Chad?
Yeah.
Something just passed in front of that red light at the end of that hall.
Yeah.
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 No, like all the way at the other end where we just came from.
Yeah.
It blacked out. Is there a camera facing that direction?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
I like Leslie's reaction. Is there a camera facing that way? Oh, thank God.
So
and for those of you who don't know, Leslie is Chad's wife. So yeah, she goes and ghost hunts with him as well. So and comes with us too sometimes.
Yeah, and she is also a fellow geek. She is in medicine, so she is a CGRN, certified gastrointestinal nurse. Like she's got more degrees than I do, which is not fair. But so she's crazy, and I love her to death. But she's all about studying how it affects people. She likes to like. Just so you guys know, next time we have an investigation, we got an EKG machine we can hook you up to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hell yeah. So you can watch my heart rate go
volunteer.
up. And you can watch my heart rate go up as I panic when y'all send me somewhere.
Yeah. Volunteers tribute. Here we go.
I do.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. And in that video, like when you hear at the end of it, it says, you hear this, yeah. And like it says, this was recorded. Well, y'all know I do the audio grid. So like I put audio markers all the way around at measured intervals so that I can tell where sound is coming from at any given time in a building. And so that all that talking at the end that wasn't me and Leslie talking was actually recorded at the end of the hallway.
Oh.
All of that talking is coming from the other end of the hallway.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Wow.
Now,
Yeah.
Chad, did you happen to send us what happened when you were in there during the daylight that has to do with a broom? Did you send us that clip?
Nope, but it is on YouTube, or I can send it to you right now.
Oh, I would love for you to send that to Blake real quick because that one is one of my favorites because you had shown us, you had been showing us how were setting up something, and I believe this was for the very first night. Correct me if
It
I'm
was for the
wrong.
second night. So like
Second
me and
night.
Brylan did it, and then the second night I was starting to set up the stuff so I didn't have to do it the next day. And then it it gets ridiculous.
Well, you had someone yell for you, correct? You heard someone yell.
Yeah, so
There was
someone
something
actually,
that was thrown,
yep, something
and
twice.
and then there was poltergeist activity.
Yeah, totally. And it's all within the span of like an hour. So hold on, I have to go to the server real quick to grab it.
That's okay. We have a geek. He'll be fast, you guys. He'll be real fast at this.
That's right, Broken Bow Asylum.
If it was me, you would never see it because I'd be like, I don't even know how to get to it. Yeah, I would be totally lost on that. So yeah, if it was me in technology, yeah, I don't know. How's my spirit box coming that you're fixing for me, Chad?
It works.
I figured
it works. I'll give it to you when we meet up again.
All right. Sounds good.
Where is this clip?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on, wait. You said it was on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay, all right. I mean, if they want to go watch it, they can. I mean, instead of trying to waste time to try to find it and get it loaded, because I have to get it loaded and all that. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, y'all can go to the Ghost Geek YouTube.
Yeah, it's nuts. So what happens with that one is like I'm just going and doing B-roll because I got 3 days. So I'm like, I'm gonna get all the B-roll I can because I know this place is about to be totally screwed. So I'm trying to get every inch of this place completely documented. So I'm taking hundreds and hundreds of pictures, hundreds and hundreds of videos from every angle, down the halls, crossing the halls, pans, zooms, all that good stuff. And I'm off in the side that they kind of used to do like a haunted house kind of thing in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm over there, I'm by myself, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I got the place rented, hold on." I'm thinking somebody called the cops because they didn't know I was there. And so I'm like, no big deal. So I come up to the front and I'm just like, "Where'd you go?" "Hello." And
you can see on that video that there is no one that steps in. Yeah. There is no shadow. There is no nothing, but you clearly hear that on the audio.
Yeah. And so like I'm looking down the hallway and I'm like, okay, somebody clearly just called me. So I start recording. I'm like, all right, I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to start rolling the camera because I was taking pictures. And so I wasn't shooting video until right as I was like, where the hell did this person go? And so I start rolling cameras and then I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I can hear footsteps now. And they're like, and so I'm peeking around the hallway again. I'm like, okay, well, there's nobody down that long hallway. And so I was like, fine, I'm just going to sit down here in the front and see what's going on. So I sit right there in this little chair that they got in the little front waiting room. And I just kind of like, if you want to come talk, I'm going to sit still for a minute. You come to me. I'm not going to chase you around. Come talk. And so you can hear like footsteps coming up and down the hallway. And all of a sudden this broom that's leaning up against the wall just goes onto this like stuffed teddy bear. And what's really crazy is if you watch the video, you can actually see like the broom like pushing on the stuffed teddy bear and then like come up and over and then fall down. Like somebody lifted it up, moved it again, and it fell.
And so it had sat there immobile for the entire length of the video.
The whole time.
No wind, no nothing.
Nothing.
Just all of a sudden it's like, whoo, and down it goes.
And if you go watch the full length video, I go up to the thing, I pick it up, I look at it like, okay, here's where it was. I sit it right back up and I'm like, no, it's not going anywhere. There's nothing making it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set up some cameras. So that's when I start pulling out all the cameras. And the next clip that it goes to, it starts doing it again. And I'm like, you know, if somebody's up on the roof, there's no way they're going to be on the roof. Because then I step outside, I'm like, look, if they're up on the roof, that's a bad idea.
Half the roof is gone. Yeah.
Well, you can even see the holes and the divots and everything in the roof whenever you go outside and look up. You're like, if they're on the roof, that's horrible.
Yeah, they're playing fast and loose with the hospital bill. So I mean, it's just a bad time. And then so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm just gonna sit down. But this time I put a GoPro like facing this way towards the door where we always kind of see stuff. And I put another one looking down the hallway so that I can be like, and there's nobody in the hallway. And so I'm sitting there and the next thing you know, I'm talking about what I'm hearing. And then I kind of look out the door because I thought I saw a shadow move across the front door of the building. And as I turned to look, I didn't see it with my own eyes, but thank God I kept the camera holding forward. A like Sharpie or something just goes right off the table. I mean, like you can hear it go, like somebody flicking, go ka-tink.
It's wild. Absolutely.
And we got it on 2 different camera angles, so you can see it looking at the table and then from my point of view. And it's like, go figure. And like, that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, whenever I was there, I had things thrown at me too, but they were pebbles. And I was just literally walking down the hall and it was like chink, tink, chink, tink. And I'm going, what was that? And then I stopped. I'm looking around. I turn around and start walking in. Dink, 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 dink. Like they were waiting until I was walking away and like, get out of here, get out of here. But every time I'd stop, they wouldn't do anything. So
yeah, and you know what? It's funny that you say that because every time we've gone there, there's been either some kind of rock thrown or change. Like I don't know where pocket change, like a penny or a nickel or something like that, gets chunked at us, and you can hear it just like ting, 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 all the way down the damn hallway. You're like,
right.
That could hurt, man. Chill out.
Well, dude, we love whenever you send us stuff. We love having you on and talking to you. We actually have one more story that I totally forgot about we're going to bid you adieu for now. And I'm going to tell this story for our sometimes investigator that is sometimes with us. She did send us a story as well. So, Chad, thank you so much for jumping on with us for a little bit and sharing your stories with us. We're going to tell you bye for right now. And
yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. Of course you will.
Of course you
I'm
will.
not going anywhere.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit then.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you, Chad.
Mwah.
Oh my God, what fantastic stories tonight. These are just great.
We have good stories and good evidence tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, for sending us in. And sorry to the two people who couldn't be here. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to tell Rhonda's story for her because she did. And we were so excited to have her on tonight because we talk about her a lot. And we call her sometimes investigator. Sometimes she investigates with us. Sometimes she does. It just depends on what she's able to make. And she was so excited to be on so that people could actually see her face and know that she is a real person and actually exists instead of just being, the sometimes investigator. So
they're going to take our word for it.
No, you got to see her actual face. So her most profound moment actually involves when we went to Yorktown. She had a moment. There's multiple things that happened in this night that she was telling me. The first one being with two of our friends that go with us a lot to a lot of places, Linda and Sal. Absolutely love them, adore them. Sal's a psychic medium, and he'd never met Rhonda before then, ever. And I remember us standing right outside the chapel in the cross section of the hospital, and he just walks up to Rhonda and goes, I don't know. He's like, I don't know why. He's like, I never do this. He's like, I never just walk up to somebody. And I'm standing there right there. So I remember for all of her story, I was present for all of it. And he walks up, he goes, I never do this. He said, but for whatever reason, there is a man that is standing there going like this and pointing down at you and going, her, this one, tell her. And he said, so I'm supposed to tell you that this man who drank and smoked, he's always with you. And Rhonda kind of turns to me. For those of y'all don't know, she's my aunt. So we have, similar family members. And she just looks at me and she was like, is that your Uncle Gene? Which she would have called Pop. She's like, is that Pop? And I was like, I don't. And she goes, he didn't drink. And I said, oh my God. I said, that's Dad. I said, because you're the reason that Dad quit drinking. My great-grandfather, her grandfather, was an alcoholic at one point in his life. But whenever she wrote him a letter saying, please do this for me. Please stop drinking. I don't like whenever you drink because you're mean and you scare me. So please do it for me. And he went into rehab very shortly after that. So, and never drank another drop in his life. And I think that was his way of basically saying, like, hey, it's me. This is how she's going to recognize it. The drinking and the smoking, because he used to smoke as well, which he quit when I came along because I was asthmatic. And he put that down and quit cold turkey. This man absolutely loved her and I both. So it's very fitting that he shows up in this way when we're both together. And then later on in the chapel that night, I'm throwing spirit dice. So we actually had the video of the spirit dice that I'm throwing. She wanted to show tonight along with this story where I say, I start getting things and it says, I'm with Aunt, A-U-N-T. And I knew there was only one aunt there. And I'm going to show this video real quick and we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards. So let me play this real fast. It is about a 2-minute video. So just FYI.
Are you wanting Ryan? Kelly done one. Oh, that's right. She did one. But Ryan hasn't done one. Hold. You are holding that.
Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay, I thought it was cold. You are holding that. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop making the temperature change on that, please? Okay. Can you stop You ready?
I just got a full sentence. And I think it's talking to me. It says, I'm with Aunt. I'm with
Is that
Aunt.
much better?
Aunt. Aunt.
Where are they at?
A-U-N-T.
Me? Yes. I'm in.
You're in?
What you say?
Can you give me said aunt's name? That would be an interesting one spelled out. You have got to be shitting me. R-H-O-N-D-A.
Oh shit.
You are shitting me.
Yes, and she said
Oh my god.
I am not kidding y'all.
Y'all can come.
I love that video.
And what you don't hear is that there's also an Estes method going on, and the person in the Estes method also says the name Rhonda.
Yep.
And you hear me say, and I think I was leading. I think you hear me say she just said that too, or she just said it.
No. That was not an actual Estes that we had going on in the background. They were just blindfolded and earphone up, just listening. We didn't actually open up a circle of communication.
Okay, I thought it was
they were
open.
just listening. And one of our listeners was saying that they were present for this, and it was crazy and incredible when it happened.
Cool.
Because what I did is I went around and I showed everybody Rhonda's name. So by the way, she's real. You heard her voice. You saw her hands at the very end taking pictures of it. And after I got back up to the altar, and I said, I grabbed it and I said, who is with Aunt Rhonda? And I threw it, and I can't believe I cut the video off. I don't have any more past that, but I have the full file somewhere. But I got old D-A. It was trying to spell out dad, old dad. That's what we called my great-grandfather, was old dad. And Sal had just told her at the beginning of the night, this man is with you, saying this one right here. I'm going to tell you now, like, talking to her after the fact, that whole moment, those two things completely changed her perspective on this field, on investigating stuff like that. So she wanted that shared tonight. I totally forgot about it. I wanted to put it in before we got to Chad. Chad was going to be our headliner. Sorry, Chad. But anyways,
He's always our headliner.
I wanted to make sure that she got her story told as well, because she did want to share that one with y'all tonight. So what incredible stories. Everybody had video tonight. I love that.
I love that. How rare is that?
I know. Well, I want to go ahead and just bring on everybody that's still in the green room. Of course, Mr. Nick Sarlo, he had to jump off, so we're going to welcome
That's
back.
because he has other friends, but we're not going to hold that against him.
We're going to come back to the screen. Melissa Woodruff and Chad Wandell.
Hi, you guys.
Seriously, thank y'all so much. Y'all made the show fantastic tonight. We're so glad that y'all joined.
Do we want to let them promote one more time everywhere they can find them?
Sure, absolutely. We can. We'll start with Melissa. Go ahead and tell them again where they can find everything for you.
So Future Paranormal Investigators on Facebook and on TikTok, Instagram too, I think, and then WTF Paranormal on Facebook and TikTok.
Awesome. And Mr. Chad?
I don't exist.
You don't exist?
That's good. So you can find us at TX Ghost Geeks on Facebook and Instagram, and then Ghost Geeks just on YouTube, or just the Ghost Geeks. And then we also have a website, theghostgeeks.com. So if you want to kind of keep up with us there, it's slowly snowballing into some more stuff. And we have a Patreon, but it's don't pay me money yet. It's not worth it yet. Oh, Etsy, Geek Vibes.
Your Etsy shop.
Yeah, so paranormal investigating crew out there. If you guys need paranormal merch or whatever for yourself, we actually have an entire production company that does all of our merch and stuff like that. So we can hook you up. It's Geek Vibes. So it's under the Geek brand. So Geek Vibes, feel it.
But you can do any shirt that they want. You can that it doesn't have to be paranormal.
Yeah,
If you want a bachelorette party and for Chad to come and dance, just hit him up.
Yeah. I do reverse stripping, so I show up naked and you give me money to put my clothes back on. I get paid.
Whatever.
Last time I got $10.
I'd have paid $100. No, just kidding.
Watch out, Blake. That's how I'll show up to the next investigation.
He's all naked.
Yeah, exactly. So
you want to come, Melissa?
Yeah, sure. I'm in.
She's down for the debauchery. It's all good.
That's nice.
Oh god.
Well, you got to remember how he was at Beefmasters in
God.
Ballinger when we all ate dinner together.
I don't remember
I
that.
won't go into
That's
more of
probably a
that.
good sign.
Yeah, that's yeah. You don't
Probably.
remember. You were
Probably.
fine. Don't worry about it. You were fine.
Yeah.
We're not going to mention what you did to the salad bar. It's fine.
That's not ranch dressing. No.
No, I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
Oh dear God Almighty, we are starting to venture into unknown territory.
Patreon territory. Thank you.
Hey, if you don't subscribe to their Patreon, guys, you need to go do it now. Best $5 you'll ever spend in your life, because this is badass.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I guess with that, Blake, why don't you tell them everything they need to know?
Awesome. Well, y'all hang tight with us. We got a few announcements we're going to say real quick, and then we'll get this wrapped up. Seasons 1 through 3 of After Dark with EVP are streaming now on Paraflix Paranormal Plus, with season 4 filming soon. You can watch Paraflix on Amazon Fire, Roku TV, Apple TV, iOS, and Google Play. To you audio listeners, you can find that sign up link in your show notes, but everybody can head over to our Facebook and X profiles on Wednesday mornings. Click that Linktree link for easy access to Paraflix, and don't forget to use our code AFTERDARK25 for 25% off your annual subscription. If you want to support the show directly, do exactly what Chad just said. Check out our Patreon page. That is also linked in our Linktree, and it's just $5 a month. You'll unlock over 400 Patreon exclusive videos, which include the pre and post broadcasts, which are the 30 minutes before and the 30 minutes after this live broadcast. I can't see anything these idiots are doing, so the laughing in the background is interesting. That also includes never before seen footage, as well as some of our infamous dirty Estes methods and full-length investigation videos. So your support helps us keep bringing these Ghosts Adventure to you week after week. And if you're not sure about joining, try it risk-free with our 7-day free trial. Make sure you stay connected with us. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and many more by searching Everything Vaguely Paranormal and looking for that green sound wave, or by clicking the icons within our Linktree link. We are close to our next goal, getting closer every single day on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, please go over there and do that. And remember, to all you audio listeners, you can catch us live every Tuesday night. See these gorgeous faces, as well as our guests' faces, as well, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to meet us in person, you have a few chances. We will be at Missouri Paracon February 28th through the 1st, in Kansas City at the Maristar Casino and Hotel. We will also be at the Paranormal Rockdown at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin on July 18th through the 19th. Then we are on our way to Gettysburg Battlefield Bash from July 25th to the 27th in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And we will also be at the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo on October 4th in Rock Island, Illinois. So make sure you also subscribe to our Eventbrite page to be notified when public investigation tickets go on sale, because we are going to start posting those tickets pretty quick for our 2025 investigation season. We are grateful for your continued support. Every like, comment, share, and download keeps these adventures alive. So if you have a favorite episode, share it with your friends and make sure you tag us. And if you have a comment, question, or a story you'd like to share with us, those can be sent to the evppod@gmail.com. That's THEEVPPOD@gmail.com.
Go like, share, and subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank y'all for joining us for another weekly episode of Everything Vaguely Paranormal. For myself, I am Blake Smith. My partner in the paranormal, Miss Shelley Pruitt. Ryan, we hope your parole officer check-in went great. And we want to give a special shout out to our special guest, Nick Sarlo, sexy Nick Sarlo, who was with us earlier, couldn't maintain till the end.
But has other
right.
friends.
Get it. Shelley's never going to let him live it down. And with Ghost Geeks, Mr. Chad Wandell, and with What the Fuck Paranormal. That's what I'm going to call y'all. And Future Paranormal Investigations, Melissa Woodruff. Y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Not a problem. And as always, we will see y'all next Tuesday. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.